Good evening, Cypress Bible Church. We are so excited that you are here tonight to join with us, a night of fun and fellowship and coming together to celebrate our faith that we have in Christ. As we have this event, we ask you all to stand up, to dance, to shout, to sing along with all of us. This is a night of fun. And if y'all could all stand with us now, we are going to praise and honor our God that is everlasting, never failing, unstoppable. Y'all are doing a pretty good job out there, clapping it. I see your moves. Y'all got some good moves out there. I'm liking it. This next song that we're singing, it's called Confidence, and this song is kind of their theme song for the night. You'll hear in the chorus it talks about we can face our giants with confidence, and that confidence comes from the Lord, not in ourselves. So if you could please just join with us for their next song, Confidence.
I feel unqualified for what you're calling me to do. Lord, with your strength, I've got no excuse. These broken people are exactly who you use. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence. You take a shepherd boy and make him a king, so I'm gonna trust you and give you everything. I'll be a conqueror, 'cause you fight for me. I'll be a champion, claiming your victory. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence. Gonna sing and shout and shake the wall. Won't stop until I see him fall. Gonna stand up, step out when you call. Jesus, Jesus. Gonna sing and shout and shake the wall. Won't stop until I see him fall. Gonna stand up, step out when you call. Jesus. Give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence. Give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den, and give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence. I'll face my giants with confidence.
What's up, CBC?
All right, everybody, it's time to go in.
FCG? We need y'all to stand up and get hype with us for Family Night Out. It's okay to clap your hands. Let's have some fun tonight, y'all. Check it out. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. I hope you're pumped for a super duper night. Got more flavor than a bottle of Sprite, 'cause I got a guy with no kryptonite. Giants in my life standing over me, like fear and failure and also broccoli. But these chains are broken, I've been set free. Gonna win these battles, I've got the victory. Family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a
big God that I can't live without.
helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. Family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God I can't live without. Helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt.
Yo, I got my own giants too, like my height, anger, and feeling blue. Gonna put those problems in the rear view. Stepping on the devil in my favorite shoes. Feeling down in your life like you're in a drought. The giants in your life feeling pretty stout. You got God in your corner for this title bout. Living water on tap like an endless spout.
Family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without, helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. Come on, family night out, go scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without, helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. Again, family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without, helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. Come on, y'all, keep it going, keep it going. It's gonna be a great night. We out. Hey, we are so excited that you are here celebrating. Y'all can take a seat and relax. We are so excited that you're here hanging out as a family. Tonight we're going to talk about facing giants, but not alone, facing giants as a family unit, because that is how we get victory over our giants. And so we're going to have songs we sing. We're going to have an amazing Evan Wepler. You get time to process everything as a family, and you're going to walk out so encouraged and knowing that giants don't mean anything because we serve a big God. In addition to tonight, we do have a couple things we want to make you aware of. And the first thing is we are partnering with Cypress Assistant Ministries, CAM, and we are looking to collect over 270 crates to serve our local community. If you look in your bag, you will see a list of things that you can donate. 270 crates may sound like a lot, but it's not. And I know that we can do it. And we have all of July to do this, so we hope that you will partner with us. We are looking for things like spaghetti sauce, ramen noodles, I love ramen, dry beans and dry rice, right, toiletry items.
That's right. I think I even have half a box of Cocoa Puffs that I'd be willing to share.
So, it is important that you don't bring open cereal. That would not be cool.
That's right. Well, my mom makes really good bologna sandwiches, so I'll send some of those with these kids.
I think you're not getting the point here. We need non-perishable items.
Okay. Well, I've got some expired cans of sardines if anybody likes those.
No one wants sardines. No one wants sardines, bro.
Okay, well, I think maybe my little brother has some diapers left over that we can use.
Okay. So, we don't want used diapers. But diapers is an item that we are looking to collect because there are tons of babies that could use diapers in our Cypress area. So please make sure, look through this and see what you can donate so we can not just bless this local community, but we can make the name of Jesus known in this community through how we serve them. So we're going to continue this evening. We're going to sing some more songs. So y'all get ready to continue worshiping God and having fun together. It's time to play America's favorite game show, Family Feud. Please welcome from Cypressville, Texas, the Cunninghams, the all-American family, the family you strive to be. And all the way from Arendelle, Norway, the Flurry family, who loves everything frozen. And now, everyone's favorite game show host, Steve. What? Wait a minute. What? Well, no one. What? Please, welcome Tiffany. Who's that?
Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I'm so glad to be here. This is just so wonderful. Don't you all look great? I have dreamt of this moment my whole life. Yeah. Let's see. Do I look just the same? I think, isn't she adorable? Isn't she adorable? Yes. Well, we are going to have so much fun tonight. We are going to play The Feud. Well, shall we welcome our families? Yes, let's do it. All right. First, we have the Cunningham family. So you must be Mrs. Cunningham.
You can call me Joe, Coach Joe. You see, like Richie here said this was going to be like a really fun game, like a no-hitter baseball game.
Yes.
Because he said I'd like it. But anyway, so we're a battery. He's the pitcher, I'm the catcher, and unfortunately our daughter Joe Jr. couldn't make it. So that down there is Grandma. She's our pinch hitter.
Jolene, honey, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. No one said it would be like this. Well, let's continue, shall we? Mr. Pitcher?
No, Richie. I'm Richie Cunningham. Yeah, I'm the science teacher at Cypressville Middle School. Yeah, and my best friend and wife, Joe.
Yes.
Joe's like O's.
She's the gym teacher, obviously.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's good, honey. You want to tell us anything sciencey?
Yeah, do you know that the numerical value of pi is 3.141569523887.
Oh, honey.
Good answer, Richie. Good answer.
The only pie that I'm familiar with is the one with the whipped cream on the cherry on top. You know that one. Maybe I should do stand-up next. What do you think? Well, moving along. And you are?
I'm Grandma, and I just live down the street from them. They just came and picked me up because they told me I'm going to be on the Family Feud. It's the best show. Hey, where's Steve Harvey? He's the boss. I enjoy him being the hostess.
All right, well,
but wait a minute. But where is he? You don't look like Steve.
All right, moving right along. We have our Flurry family over here, and oh, don't you look beautiful, Queen Elsa? We have you here.
Thank you, Tiffany. Hi, I'm Queen Elsa, and I love warm hugs.
Oh, honey, we're not allowed to do that. It's kind of a COVID thing, so we can't do that. No.
Yeah.
All right, and who do you have there?
This is Anna.
Oh.
She wasn't able to make it here today, so we decided to bring her head.
Oh, I see. And you are?
Good evening, Miss Tiffany. Don't you look lovely tonight?
Oh.
I'm the charming Prince Kristoff, Elsa and Anna's older brother, and this is our younger brother, Olaf. He doesn't talk much.
Oh. Hello, Olaf. Welcome to Family Feud. I see that you're a snowman, so you must have loved it here last couple of weeks when it was really cold in that Snowcopolis thing we had. You probably were comfortable, but now, lots of heat. Oh, I'd be careful in this Texas heat. But anyway, let's get started, shall we? Should we play our game? Let's go. Come on, who's coming up here? All right, we got Jolene and Queen Elsa.
Go.
All right, we put the top 4 answers on the board. We surveyed 100 families and we asked them this. Name something that you might freeze. Yes, Jolene.
I got the number 1 answer.
Okay, what'd you freeze?
Baseball.
A baseball. Do you think that's a good answer? A baseball? Would you freeze a baseball? I don't know. Let's see. Survey says... No. Okay, honey, do you know? Yes, what might you freeze?
Water?
Water, what a good answer. Do you like that answer? Is that going to be on the board? Let's see. All right, survey says... Oh, there it is. Are you going to play? They're going to play. All right, here we go. Oh, and Anna? Do I ask Anna?
If Anna would choose something, she would say ice skating rink, because that's our favorite thing to do in the castle bicycle together.
Yes, yes, of course. Do you think that's good? I think that's probably good. Skating rink survey says. Oh, you're doing well. You're doing well. Okay. All right, charming Christoph. What might your answer be?
I know what you kids love, snow cones.
Oh, that's good. Young and old. We all love snow cones, don't we? Young and old. Young and old. Let's see if snow cones up there. Survey says. Oh, yes. You're doing so well, so well. Okay, Mr. Snowman. Olaf, what is your answer?
Well, I'm kind of an expert at this. Do you want to build a snowman?
Oh, that's a good answer. Do you think that's up there? Do you think snowman's up there? Survey says. Yes! Oh, look at that. 100 points. The flurries are off to a good start. All right, come on up, Richie. I think you're next. Let's see who's
We only have
next.
one strike. Go, man, go.
Anna. Okay. We put 5 answers on the board, and we asked 100 families this question. Name a Disney hero. Oh, yes, Richie. Oh, very good. Disney hero.
It's obvious. Mr. Incredible.
Oh, yes, BBS. Remember that? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. You got it right. Good job.
Did you see that
I
picture,
saw
though?
that picture of you.
It's quite the family resemblance, wouldn't you say?
Yes, yes.
I think it has something to do with the DNA.
Or deoxyribonucleic acid.
My man!
Oh, very good. He
Nice
listened in
job.
science class. Didn't he?
answer,
Good job.
Richie.
Good job. Okay, are you
We are going to play.
They're gonna play. They're gonna
the
play.
feud.
All right, I'm coming over. Here I come. All right, Grandma, you're up. All right,
All
name
right.
a Disney
Okay.
hero.
All right, Mr. Steve, I gave it really a deep thought about this.
Okay.
And this person has great hair. My answer is Corella DeVille.
Good answer.
Oh,
Good answer.
honey. Corella DeVille was not nice to those puppies. I would not call her a hero. Would you call her a hero? No, but
Oh, come on. Oh, let me go again. Please, 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 please.
wait. We gotta see if it's up there.
Oh, okay.
Because that's your answer. Cruella DeVille, is it up there? No, it's not up there. Well,
Good grief. Okay, let me go again.
I don't
okay,
know.
this
You
one
can't do that.
has the word super in it. And he wears a red cape and tights. And I'm going to go with Superman.
Disney hero.
He's not even Disney. God.
All right, is Superman up there? Oh, you have 2 strikes, Jolene. You better have a good answer now. Come on. All right, what's your answer? Now think about it.
Strike out there, Chris.
Don't strike out. Disney hero.
Come on,
Think-
Joe. Come on, Joe.
Yes,
Come on.
Name a
Disney hero.
baseball.
Jolene, do you even know how to play this game, honey? All right, baseball, is it there? All right, well, then they get a chance to steal. That's how it works. I'm over here now. Okay. All right, what is your answer? Name a Disney hero to steal.
Well, we gave this a lot of thought, and we're gonna say my sister, Princess Anna of Arendelle.
Oh, your sister. Yeah, you think that's a good answer? Oh, it is. It is a good answer. Look at that. Well, this is exciting. Can you believe it? They have 150 points. They are winning by an avalanche. And poor old Cunningham's over here have a big old goose egg.
Hey, Miss Tiffany.
Yeah.
Miss Tiffany.
I don't know. It's not looking good.
Miss Tiffany, what else was up there?
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. I think we should just keep moving on. Do you think? Oh. Buzz Lightyear. That was a good one. Oh, Minnie Mouse. Gadget.
Oh, Richie, that's your favorite little mouse.
I love her.
She's a little mouse. Isn't that right? Okay. Well, shall we continue? Are we ready?
You're
You
the
guys,
host.
you guys are way behind.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
I don't know. 150 to goose egg over here with 0.
Cunningham's! This is totally unacceptable. We have a goose egg. A goose egg. Drop and give me 20.
All right. Here you go.
Richie, that's not what I meant.
I think it's time we took a break. We'll be back right after this.
I can't even believe this.
Joe, it's too much. You put too much pressure on us. We can't stand it. Stop with the pressure. Stop.
Oh, are we done yet here? I'd like to go back to my recliner and TV show.
Oh, no. The pressure is causing my cerebral cortex to fill with lactic acid.
Cunningham's, pull it together. I need this job. I do not want to have to go back to replacing Vanna White and flipping those signs. It hurt my wrist after a while. Just pull it together. Jolene, do something.
right, Cunninghams, we got to get our head back in the game. Grandma, you are on a program. Richie, how many times have I told you not to lay on the ground unless you're doing a push-up? Get on up, man. This is crazy. What's wrong with you people?
Let it go. Let it go.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Hey, Joe, I just had a thought.
What's that,
I
Richie?
think I'm going to let it go.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. You know, don't you know what Pastor Evan always tells us at church? He says, I can stand strong with God, even when we're facing those giants, when we have a goose egg.
And you know what? We can stand strong together with God.
That's right. Let's get our head in the game. Come on, Cunninghams. 57-24, Omaha, 5-4-3.
Happen to add up to 272?
Jolene, we're out of time.
Break. Come on, we got this. We got this. Extra innings. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And we're back. And as you remember, the Flurries have 150 points, and the Cunninghams, well, they have nothing. So let's see what happens now. All right, who have I got up here, Grandma? Oh, and Charming Christoph. Okay, we put 4 answers on the board. We surveyed 150 families this time just to give you guys a chance. And these families are from Cypressville, right here. What are you afraid of? Oh, yes, Christoph.
The dark.
Yes, okay, taking those sunglasses off would help a little bit. Yes, but we're all afraid of the dark. What do you think, guys? You think the dark is up there? Let's see, survey says. Oh, yes, the dark is up there. All right, well, what do you think? You going to play? Oh, Grandma, look, you could go above them. Yeah, why don't you give it a try? What are you afraid of?
Okay, I think the number one answer up there, it will be missing the bus.
Oh,
Good
missing the
answer,
bus.
Grandma.
Do you think
Good
missing the
answer.
bus is up there? I don't know. Shall we look? Survey says. No. Oh, dear. All right, are you going to
We're
play?
gonna play.
They're going to play. They're going to play.
It's okay, team. It's
All
okay.
right, here they go.
We can have a few more innings, and we can come back and win this thing, okay?
And you know what? I can still stand strong with God.
We can stand strong, Richie.
Come on,
Okay.
Grandma.
All right, we're over here now. Olaf, what are you afraid of?
I think I got this. Melting.
Oh, yeah. I would think melting. I don't know too many people have that problem, but let's see. Is melting up there? Survey says. Yeah, not a top answer, but a good one for you. Okay, what are you afraid of? Elsa?
I'm afraid of being alone and not having any friends.
Oh, yes, being alone and not having any friends. That's one of my fears, too. Absolutely. What do you think? Do you think it's up there? Being afraid? Is it up there of having no friends? Yes, it is. Being alone. All right. And Anna?
So I'm a straight A student, but if Anna were here, she would say having bad grades.
Oh, yes. When I was in school, I was always afraid of having bad grades. I would study and study. I was so afraid. But yes, let's see if that is up there. Is being afraid up there? Oh, bad grades. Yes, bad grades. Okay. All right. Well, now it's down to you, honey.
Miss
Come on
Tiffany,
now.
you
Oh,
skipped me.
I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead.
That's okay. It's
Go
okay.
ahead. All right.
But you can't laugh.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm afraid of falling off my reindeer's fang.
Oh, yes, falling off a reindeer, that would be something to be afraid of. I don't know that a lot of people deal with that, but what do you think, guys? Do you think it's up there? Falling off a reindeer, survey says. Oh, 2 strikes. We're down to the last one now. All right, Olaf, what you got?
Miss Tiffany, I'm really thinking melting.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you said that before, so
Yeah, I know, but this time I really think it's it. Melting.
is melting up there? Well, no, off we go again over here. They're
We're gonna
gonna
play.
steal.
We're gonna play.
You're gonna play.
And I got this, Miss Tiffany.
Okay.
Okay, we had a bit of a conversation with most everybody on the team, and through careful examination and scientific reasoning, and we figured out the thing that we're most afraid of is Coach Joe.
Yeah, Coach Joe.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, it was a Cypressville survey. I mean, most of us are very, afraid of you. Let's see, is
if
the
we see
answer
the
Coach
answer?
Joe up there? Let's see for the win. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh my goodness! We have a tie game. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? They came from behind. This is amazing. Wow, I can't believe it. What in the world? Well, what do you think, guys? Who do you want to win? The Flurry family or the Cunningham family? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you say that again? The Flurry family? All right, or the Cunningham family. All right, well, we'll just have to wait and see because we have a long message. You know, Evan can talk a little bit. So we're going to allow him to do that, and then we'll be right back with more Family Feud. All right, so see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Chuck, can I go down with you? Will you have to take a Thank you, honey. Thank you.
everybody, the children's pastor at Cypress Bible Church. Give it up for Evan Wepler!
And apparently he loses all of his papers on the ground. So, well, some of those things were true, and I can't say I am 6'5", but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Appreciate the enthusiasm as we hear all these families and people singing together tonight. So thank you all so much for being here. We are just so glad that we get to have this celebration together, all our families together as one family. And the truth is, we've got a few events that we've been doing, and we just have to say a few thank yous because there's some people that have put in so much time into all these things that are happening. And so we have volunteers that have been serving on Sunday mornings with our kids, and they had volunteers that served on Wednesday for our summer fun day. We had tons of kids up here learning about Jesus. And then we have a whole team of people with the band and our tech and decorations and the drama, people out there doing games. We have so many people that are helping make these special events happen. So on the count of three, could we just shout a big thank you to all these people who've been serving? So on the count of three, ready? 1, 2, 3. And there's a few special people I want to say a couple thank yous to. Our coordinators for our summer fun day are Jen Riker and Stacy Ripkowski, and they put their blood, sweat, and tears into that special event. And we're so thankful for all that they gave so that God could work in the hearts of kids. And then I also want to say a special thank you to our person who helped bring all these pieces together. He prefers to be behind the scenes, but sometimes he's up front as well. But Brian Carroll just put so much work in helping organize all these things, games, all these great things. So thank you, Brian, as well. You see, we are here today because we believe that families stand strong when they stand together. Let me go back one. So we believe that families stand strong when they stand together. So whoever you're here with, we want you to celebrate your family. And we want you to look around and celebrate with these other families that we are standing together in worship. We're standing together as we face giants. Can everyone say this word in your deepest, scariest giant voice? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Giants. You see, we see movies about giants or monsters, all these different things that people want to fight against, whether it's Godzilla or aliens or Bigfoot or, I don't know, all these different things. We see monsters and giants in our world, and they're not real monsters, hopefully no tentacle monster is going to come in and invade the sky, but we do know that we face giants in our day-to-day life, things that try to stop us from living for God. We see in the Bible that people face giants. We had people like David and the Israelites as they were coming into the promised land. They faced giants. In fact, the Israelites, as they came in, they saw some giants in the land, and they were so afraid of what those giants might do to them that they wanted to turn tail and run back to Egypt, where they would be slaves. That's what they were so afraid. And in the end, they didn't trust God, and they had to wander in the desert. How many years? Do y'all know? How many years? 40 years, because they didn't take a step of faith. And eventually, they came back to that same place, and those giants were still there, and God had to speak to them and remind them that they could be strong, that through His strength, they could defeat their giants. So can I get everyone to stand up? We're going to say a verse that we learned on Wednesday. If you know the motions, would you do them with me? And if you don't, you get to learn them with us. And so this is a reminder from Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God is with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. All right, you can take a seat. And so God had those words for the Israelites, but I believe He has those words for us as well. Whatever your them is, whatever you are afraid or terrified of, or whatever is standing in your way of where God wants to take you, there is a giant. We all face different giants. And the truth is, the Canaanites didn't have the greater strength or the greater power, but the Israelites let them be stronger and more powerful than they really were. You see, we let giants keep us from the life God wants us to live. And today, we're talking about the giant problems that we might face in our life, things that keep us from living 100% devoted to God, fully for God. And we want to look at those giants and we want to shout them down and realize that God has defeated our enemy. He defeats our giants, and we can trust in Him. I recently saw a fun movie the other day on Disney Plus, Luca. And so if you haven't seen that one, it's a pretty fun one. It's about sea monsters monsters and then find their place in the world. But there's a great scene in there where a little boy tells another boy, when you have that voice in your head, it's called a Bruno. And so when you hear that voice in your head telling you can't do this or, oh, that's too scary, you must say, Silenzio, Bruno. And so everyone, let's all say that in best Italian accent you've got. Make it as terrible as possible. Ready? Silenzio, Bruno. And so that is what we must do to all our problems, the different things that we face that keep us from living for God. And so what giant problems are you facing right now? Maybe one of these words up here resonates with you. One of those things is something that you've been struggling with, that God has been putting on your heart, that you think you just can't overcome. Maybe there's something else that you are dealing with. But the truth is that God is bigger than any of these giants. He's bigger than any of these things because he is greater than everything. And so we want to recognize that God is greater than our doubt, than our fear, than our sadness. There's some things up there that are okay. It's okay to be sad at times. It's okay to sometimes deal with doubt. But ultimately, we can't let those things grow in our minds because if they do, they become monsters. You might have seen these earlier. So if you have a lot of doubt in your mind, it might grow into the monster of doubt. Everyone do this. And sometimes we have questions, and we have scary things in our head that make us wonder if God really cares about us, or if God is even real. We might have these questions like, maybe God isn't real. Is God really in control? Other people say the Bible isn't true. There might be doubts, and doubts are good for us to think through things and ultimately go back to God's word and go to God. But when we let doubts take over, we're not letting God take over. Some of the other things we might deal with might be the giant of sadness. I love this one. It's kind of gooey and gross and nasty, and the kids love it. But the giant of sadness, everyone throw your hands in the air and go, woe is me. Woe is me. You see, when we have the monster of sadness ruling our lives, we say things like, why bother trying? Nobody cares. I'm all alone. Everything's awful. And sometimes we deal with sadness. But when we let sadness rule our lives, once again, we're not letting God rule our lives. And sometimes we deal with the giant of fear. Let me see your best scared face. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And so we might deal with the giant of fear, the things that out there that make us anxious, that make us worried. There's so many things out there. Whether you're scared of the dark or you're scared of your taxes, whatever it is, there's things we're all scared of. And we can't let those things try to smush us. When we say things like, I can't do that, I'm going to get hurt. There's no way to stop that. That's when we need to say, Silenzio, Bruno. You say that with me? Silenzio, Bruno. You can shout to our giants because we know that God is bigger than our giants. And we see in the story of David that he faced his giant, and you can too. And God also prepared David for this battle. He prepared him through his family. As you read in the Bible, you'll find lots of families that were not perfect, that struggled, that have tons of problems. But God used David's family, and he can use your family as well. And so as we go through these, I want you to think about your family, the people you came with, or people at home, whoever your family is. Think about how God can use you and your family and work within you. And so as we look at David's family, we realize that when we want to stand together, we believe that families that work together stand together. And so David had jobs. David had chores. You might have jobs, whether it is going to the office or staying at home or doing chores or doing your schoolwork. We all have responsibilities, and it's good for kids to take on responsibilities, to be part of the household, that we all have a part to play. And God prepared David through the things he did. Who here ever had to do piano lessons or music lessons or something like that? All right, put your hands down. Who here complained about that sometimes? Oh, well, we don't know if David did, but he became an expert harp player. So good, in fact, that he got to play for King Saul, and he used his gifts to calm Saul's soul. And who knows what would happen if he had complained and he had stepped back. Maybe God couldn't have put him in that place. But because he worked hard and he developed those skills, he was able to learn and be with King Saul. We also know that David was a sheep herder. He was a shepherd. So let me hear some baas. Let me hear some sheep noises. Bah. And so David had to protect all these sheep. And then we had animals like bears come and attack. Let me get your bear noise. And then lions attack, lion noises. And not bread. Bread didn't attack. But he had all sorts of different creatures attack, and he was able to stand up to them, fight against them, and save the sheep. But he said it wasn't him, that it was God. God worked through him, but he still had to be brave. He still had to do his job. And he had another job of delivering bread to his brothers who were fighting in the army. He might have thought, oh, well, I'm just delivering bread. That's nothing. But God used that small act of faithfulness and service to prepare him to be a king who cared for the nation of Israel. So we all have jobs to do. David worked hard and he became strong in the Lord. You see, we believe that families work together so they can stand together. As we live out our faith, we see God at work in our lives. And so it's not that we earn our relationship with God, but we work with God. We pursue him. We have spiritual practices so that we can grow closer to him. And it's good for kids to learn those things so that you guys can know that I'm reading my Bible, I'm doing these things, so I can keep building these skills, building these responsibilities, and God can work through this time I spend. You see, David knew that God could smush the giant of doubt. Can everyone say that? Smush. Ready? Smush. You see, you know that God's faithfulness smushed the giant of doubt. And David, when he was facing this giant called Goliath, who marched out every day and he said, "Nobody can beat me. The Israelites can't beat me. Your God can't beat me. I'm stronger than anyone else." And when he marched out and said that every day, the Israelites freaked out. They were afraid. They doubted that God could save them, but David believed, and he stepped out. And David said, "The Lord who rescued me will rescue me." So when we deal with doubt, if we think back on the times that God has worked in our lives, we can approach these tough situations, approach this doubt, and know that God is faithful. You see, we also know that David's family wasn't perfect. They could have stood together, but they didn't always talk together. They had some fights. We know sometimes it's easy to leave people out of our family sometimes. Maybe you have discussions and someone feels left out, but it's good for families to talk together, to share what's going on. Jesse was told by Samuel the prophet, "Hey, bring all your sons in so I can see which one God wants to be king." But who did he leave out? David. He was like, "Oh, David's still got to do his chores. He's out with the sheep." And Samuel's like, "Bring him in." And sure enough, that's the one that God wanted to be king. So Jesse left him out. But David, God was going to use David, and he chose David. He saw in his heart, and he chose him to be king. We see another example of brothers fighting against each other and getting mad at each other. That never happens in your house, right? Never happens in your family. Siblings don't fight with each other, right? Well, it did in David's family, and we know that David went out to bring that bread, to help his brothers, and his brother Eliab was like, "What are you doing here? You're full of pride. You just come here to watch the battle." And he got mad at David, and David's like, "Can I just ask a question?" He wanted to know why those Israelites weren't fighting the Philistines. And you see, we know that families need to talk together, that we need to share the things that are going on in our lives. You see, the giant of sadness wants to keep us isolated, hiding, not talking about what's going in our hearts. But we want to share what's going on, the fears, the doubts, the sadness that we have, because we want to come together. We want to stand together. Families that talk together stand together. As we share on our hearts, we become closer, and not only with our families, but with God. God wants us to share what's going on in our hearts. He wants us to cast down that giant of sadness by turning to him and receiving the joy that he gives us. But we also know that God is with us even as we're facing sadness. And we know that God's presence can smush, say it with me, smush the giant of sadness. David marched out and he said to Goliath, he said, "The Lord saves, the battle is the Lord." You see, we're all facing a battle. I don't know what you're facing right now. I don't know your giants, I don't know your battle, but God does. And God is with you in that battle, and he cares about you. He cares about you so much, he sent Jesus, and he cares about every detail. He wants you to have that victory. And we must remember that God's presence smushes the giant of sadness. And we believe that families need to talk together, need to work together, but also need to believe together. And David stepped out of faith, and it impacted his family forever. You never know what a small step of faith will do for a family. When we trust in God, he can use us in amazing ways. Now, Saul saw David. He saw this little guy, and he was like, "Ooh, I don't know if this guy can face Goliath. I'm going to protect him. I'm going to keep him safe." And, imagine him with something, bubble wrap, and he was like, "Okay, I'm going to give him, he's nice and safe. Okay, now you can fight your giant." But David's like, "I'm not used to this. I can't wear this armor. I've got to fight him the way I know." You see, parents, sometimes we can want to keep our kids as safe as possible and give them an easy life. But it's good for kids to face challenges. It's good for them to see the challenges that you face, see how you approach challenges and problems, how you face your giants, so they can learn how to face giants as well. Now, Jesse, he sent David, his son, with a job to go deliver bread, and he knew that he was going to come back. He said, "Come back and let me know how your brothers are doing." He trusted that God would watch out for David, and sure enough, he did. And we see that David saw Goliath, and he wasn't thinking that he could beat Goliath. He wasn't thinking, oh, I'm a pretty good rock thrower. I can beat that guy. He knew that God could defeat this giant, and he stepped forward. And when he stepped forward, what did the Israelite army do? Do y'all remember what they did? They rushed forward and they chased the Philistines. They knew that they could step forward and they could trust God in faith and be brave and fight their enemies. So when one person steps forward, people can be inspired by that faith. So parents, let you be that person in your child's life to step forward in faith and show what that means to trust in God as you face your giants. You see, it's very easy for us to see all the ways the world is trying to tear us apart, trying to tear families apart, trying to keep our eyes on our problems, on our giants, and think those are the biggest things in our lives. But the author of Psalm 121 says something very important. Would you read this verse with me? I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. When we keep our eyes on the one who made the mountains, not that we see mountains in Houston, but the one who made the heavens and the earth, we see he's bigger than all these things. He's bigger than our giants, stronger than our problems. He can help us defeat these things. But we often get tunnel vision and focus on these problems. The author of Hebrews reminds us who we need to keep our eyes on. We need to keep our eyes on Jesus, the one who gave his life for us, who actually came and stepped into the fight and battled our enemy, died, and rose again to bring us victory. You see, Jesus defeated death so that we could live if we trust in him. He gives us victory. This is a verse we're learning in our elementary kids program on Sunday mornings. But thanks be to God. He gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. You see, David didn't go out there and beat Goliath on his strength. We don't face our giants on our own strength. We know that Jesus has already beat the Goliath. He's already beat the giant. He's already beat the enemy. Those giants must fall. But we have to step out in faith and trust that God can do that work. He can work in us so that we can be brave like David. See, Jesus defeated death so we could live. If you look at your bags or your shirts, you're going to see an itty bitty little picture on there. There's a cross and an open grave. And that is how we have victory. That is how we can step out and shout the victory. We can say, Silenzio Bruno to our giants, to the enemy. As the enemy tries to stop us, we say, not today, Satan. We can say that God's power smushes the giant of fear. You see, God's power is greater than any power, and he wants to give us that power. If we trust in him, God lives inside of us, and we can live that life of strength and power. You see, David had these words to Goliath right before he beat him. He said, this day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down. And sure enough, he swung that sling, that rock flew, and Goliath fell down dead. And just like that, Jesus has defeated the enemy. And we can say to our giants, would you say this with me? This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down. Can you say that to your giants? Can you say that to your problems? Whatever you're facing in your life right now, in your family, in your work, at home, with your friends, with your siblings, whatever's going on in your heart, can you say that? Say that with me. Picture that giant. Let's say that together. This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down. I'm praying for y'all that you will face your giants and trust in God, that he will give you that strength to have confidence, be brave, stand strong with God. Stand together with your family. We stand with you. Thank y'all for being here. Let's face our giants and let's celebrate the one who defeats all giants and all our enemies. We're going to continue in worship as we sing, Not Afraid.
It's like the seventh inning stretch. Just get ready to move and groove and dance.
Say,
All right. And so now I'm excited about this time because we're going to have some intentional family time, because we don't want you to just come here and then go and talk about it. We want to give you time right now to kind of process what we've been talking about and whatnot. So go ahead and take a seat. But if you look up at the screen, we're going to have a few questions that we want you to talk about, discuss, engage one another, and even pray as you finish this up. And so we're going to put the questions on the screen for you all right now. And so again, we want you to take some time, talk through this, process it, pray together, and then we're going to resume our evening's activities.
Heaven thundered, and the world was born. Light began to end, and the dust to form. Faith commanded,
We have a tie game, if you remember. We have the Flurries with 150 points. Let's hear it for the Flurries. Yes, and over here the Cunninghams have come back to be 150 points now too. So very exciting, very exciting. So let's play the feud. See what I did there? Yeah. All right, well, here we go. Here's this round. Let's come on now. All right, who we got? We got Grandma.
Grandma, go. Come on, Grandma.
And
Come on, Grandma.
Olaf.
You can do it.
Okay. Now, I have taken the liberty of creating the final question. You know, I was a substitute Sunday school teacher back in the day, so I did the final question myself. So here we
Wait,
go.
hold on. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to go this way.
Excuse me, Mr. Announcer. I think that I am going to use the final question that I wrote. You know why? Because, first of all, this is a live show. And secondly, I have a microphone. And I've been waiting for this moment our whole life. So I've been thinking about this. So, you know, here we go. I put 3 answers on the board. These are the top 3 answers. We asked 100 families, name something that the Bible says about fear. Yes, Olaf.
Miss Tiffany?
Uh-huh.
I think I hit the buzzer too soon. I don't know anything about the Bible.
Oh, honey. Yes, Grandma.
Miss Steve, I got this. When I tell my grandchildren that when God was with David, when he faced his giant, and in the book of Matthew, God is with us even when we never
Leave us.
leave us.
Yes, you're right. I think you're exactly right.
And even when we are afraid.
Oh, now do you think Grandma's right that God is with us and will never leave us? Do you think that's right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's up there? Survey says. Oh, it is. It's the number 1 answer. That is awesome. But you know what?
We're going to play.
I think I'm going to go over here and see
We
what
are
they
going
have
to play, Miss Tiffany. This is not how this game works.
Jolene Elizabeth Maria Conchita Johnson Cunningham. I am not afraid of you. So I'm going to go over here and ask her a question. Thank you. Back to your place. Yes, Queen Elsa, please tell us something the Bible says about fear.
Well, I've never read the Bible, so I don't know anything about fear.
Oh, honey, you should. It's a good book. It has the good news. Yeah. All right, well, I'll come over here. Richie,
Yes?
I know you want to go, but it's not your turn. It
Right.
is not your turn.
No.
I know you're looking at me. Don't be looking at me. Okay, Jolene, go ahead, honey.
Well, Miss Game Show Lady,
Yes, what does the Bible say about fear?
this is something I learned a long time ago, back when I was in Little League. And Pastor Brian Carroll taught me Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You can work out all you want, but without Jesus and without God, you don't have the strength you need. You can be doing push-ups, you can be doing bicep curls or squats, but my final answer is God strengthens me.
Oh, God strengthens you. Do you think that's up there, girls? What do you think? Do you think God strengthens you? It's already up there. Look at that. Oh, how wonderful. We are just doing great, so I'm going over here again. I think I will. So let's see. Charming Christoph, tell me, what does the Bible say about fear?
This is awkward. I've never been to church.
Oh, honey. You know, I think Richie might have a
That's
formula
right.
for that.
I do. I have a formula for that. Yes, it is quite simple. You can come to church with us
Oh,
at Cypress Bible Church.
yes.
It might even be a time when Pastor Evan gets slimed
Ow, that was funny.
or hit in the face with a pie.
Ooh.
Can't wait
That
for
sounds
that.
great. All right. Well, we still have one more question. You still have to answer a question,
What is
though.
the question
All
again,
right.
Miss Tiffany?
The question is, and this is for the win. Name
win?
something the Bible says about fear.
Oh, that's easy too, Miss Tiffany. You know, I get scared sometimes, even though I know a lot. But, you know, during those times, I could trust God and depend on Him when I get scared.
Oh, good. Well, you know, He's in control, just like you tell me
He
all the time with your
absolutely
scientific
is in
things.
control.
You tell me all the science stuff because
That's
you know
right.
that God is in control. I like that. Is God in control? On the board, guys, survey says. Oh, look at that. The Cunninghams have won. Unbelievable. This is amazing. They came from behind and have won the game. This is really great. All right.
We We won? Did we win?
We won! Well, Steve, what did we win?
Oh, I saved the best for last. You're not going to believe this. Hold on, I got to go get it though. Hold on, I'm going to go get it. Here I go. Here I go. This is so wonderful. You're going to be so excited. You have won an autograph picture of me. Yes, this is it's awesome.
Hold on. Where's my cash? Where's my card? Where are my tickets to the World Series? Where's the manager? Who's in charge here? Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Well, that's all the time that we have, folks. So there you go, honey. You cherish that. Thank you so much for joining us on The Feud. You know, I think I might try out for that Jeopardy. You know that Aaron Rodriguez or whatever his name is? He's got nothing on me. Thanks, guys. That was so fun.
Well, finally, I get to binge watch all my TV shows.
Hey, Flurry family.
Hey, Mr.
Even though
Ritchie.
we won, we're happy to
No,
give you a
congratulations.
consolation.
You did so well. Plus, we already have
Are you
Anna.
sure?
We have too much. You enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Does anybody see Miss Tiffany around? No? Okay, I think I'm just going to set this right here. See ya.
Oh, I think he forgot something. Richie, Cunninghams, I don't want you to lose your prize. Here I come. Yes. Here you go, Richie.
Hey.
Richie,
Yes.
Cunninghams.
Okay, see you, Miss Tiffany. Don't trip.
Ron and Teresa, never be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6.
I'm not a warrior. I'm too afraid to lose. I feel unqualified for what you're calling me to. But Lord, with your strength, I got no excuse. 'Cause broken people are exactly who you use. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense. So I can face my giants with confidence. You took a shepherd boy and made him a king. So I'm gonna trust you and give you everything. I'll be a conqueror, 'cause you fight for me. I'll be a champion, claiming your victory. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense. So I can face my giants with confidence. I'm gonna sing and shout and shake the wall. Won't stop until I see them fall. Gonna stand up, step back when you call. And Jesus, Jesus, I'm gonna sing and shout and shake the wall. Won't stop until I see them fall. Gonna stand up, step back when you call. And Jesus.
Can we get another big round of applause for our winner tonight? Where's she at? Where's she at in the audience? Woo! Way to go, girl. Good job. Awesome job. So before we wrap everything up tonight, we're just going to ask that y'all stand. with us, and we're going to sing that main chorus of Confidence a couple more times, just as a congregation together, just to really enforce that we can face our giants with confidence in the Lord.
Give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence.
Y'all should be up here. Y'all sound great tonight.
Man, y'all sound good. What's up, Eli? I love you too, buddy. So we have been talking about facing our giants where we are today, but guess what? People face giants all over this world, and I'm so excited to bring up some friends who are going to help people face giants as they tell them about hope in Jesus Christ in South Africa. So I want to give a big round of applause for our friends, the Simpsons. Y'all come on up. Thank you, Aaron Austin. Aaron Austin, everyone.
Aaron Austin.
He's all right. All right, so tell us your names.
My name is, well, go first, baby. I'm sorry.
My name's Ariel.
I'm Sean Simpson. We're the Simpson family.
Sean and I went to Dallas Theological Seminary together. Yes? Woohoo! Shout out to DTS. We're online.
Yes.
I'm going to ask him to give me some money back now. No. So we want to ask you some questions to not just help our friends and family here today understand what you're doing, but even everyone in virtual world. And so we're going to ask you some questions, some silly, some serious, and then some really just to help cast vision for what you are praying that God will allow you all to do. And so the first one is, how did God call the two of you or your family to Africa?
Oh, sure. So when I met my wife, we grew up on two different sides of the world, and I mean, we were in the same city, but two different sides of the world. And so she was a preacher's kid, always had a burning desire to be a missionary, and I moved a lot, and so I never really called a place home. And so when we got married, she had an opportunity to teach back where she was going to school. And in that school, there was an exchange program to Korea, and we got a chance to go one summer to teach English. And while we were there teaching English, we were with some Christians and we were worshiping. And the Holy Spirit really fell in that room while we were worshiping. And the Korean students were worshiping in Korean and we were worshiping in English. And God spoke to our hearts in the same worship service where He told us this is what we were to do. We are to travel internationally and tell the world about God. We thought it would be Korea. Ultimately, it was Africa.
Korea would have been awesome. Africa's great, but Korea would have been awesome, we thought. And God had bigger plans, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And so, for those unaware, the Simpsons have some amazing kids. And so, let us know, what is it like raising a family in Africa?
I don't know any other way. We left when Eris was 2 and the bishop was 1. Eris was 2, the bishop, priest. We have Eris, priest, and bishop. Priest was 1, and bishop has been there since 6 months old.
Yeah, he was conceived actually in Morocco.
In Morocco, we were pregnant with him on the continent. So we're excited to raise our kids internationally. It has its challenges when we have to come back to the States or when we're traveling back there with kids. Somebody's always throwing up in the plane, or something doesn't go right, or you forget something. But it's very fascinating to watch them understand language, culture, and people in a way, even even that I don't. And kids absorb so awesomely. They get it. And we freak out about stuff and they're like, whatever, it'll be fine. And so they're teaching us as we're taking them places and the Lord is leading us. They're teaching us also to let things roll off of our back and to not need as much as we think that we need.
Yeah, Eris is 13 now, and Priest is 12. And Bishop, he's now 6 years old, but they're becoming teenagers, and so we've kind of had this transient lifestyle for a long time, and they're starting to, really find their own. And even where we're serving now here in America, we're finding that by raising them in this type of field, they find themselves sharing the gospel with friends and people around them that they hang out with, which is awesome. And it's not something we push down their throat, but we have prepared them. And so that lifestyle has really blessed them and blessed me as well and my family.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So now for a more fun question to engage everyone. What they said.
Okay.
What is the strangest thing that you've eaten as you have served in Africa?
So many. I'm the eater. My wife, you'll see in her story, she's very picky, even in America. But for me, I will try things. And so there was one time, a friend of mine, where we were in North Africa, and we went and did a food outreach in the northern part of the country we were in. And afterwards, we went to a seafood place, and they were serving fresh seafood. And we got a plate of all types of a variety of seafood. And me and him were talking, and we were eating the seafood. And some of it was strange, some of it was crunchy, but, we were like, And I looked over, and his mouth was black. His lips, his tongue, his teeth, his gums. And I was like, man, your teeth what's going on? And he says, yours are too. And so we kind of glanced over to the guys who served it, and they don't speak English, and so they're laughing, they're just, what? And so we asked them, we went up to them, we asked them, it's like, why are in the best French that we had, because they speak French up there, is our mouth black? And we were eating squid the wrong way. So there was a certain way that we were supposed to be eating the squid, but yet we were just eating the whole thing with the shell and with the little bones that are in it and everything. And so that was really weird. Yeah, the ink was in it. And so they were laughing. I think they remembered it, and I know we definitely remembered it that day for sure.
Quickly, yes, I'm quite picky, and there's been lots of sickness that's happened with food, and so I'm super nervous. I freak out, please overcook it, dead cook it. I can't, just please don't let it be juicy, because juices kill you there. And and this one woman in Morocco, she was, I'm taking it light, and they invited us to dinner, which is really cool too. When they invite you to dinner, it means in the Quran, it means that there's a peace treaty between you. And so we're eating at many people's houses as we can, so that there's not strife. And so we're eating there, and she thought we weren't eating fast enough, so she reaches into the couscous, and nobody has utensils, everybody uses their hands, and she turns it around, and she's moving around in her hands, and I'm like, please don't give it to me, please don't give it to me, and then she pops it in my mouth. A grown woman, I'm a grown-up, please don't feed me, right? And so, and she's like, she pops it into my mouth, and her fingernails were questionable. And the hygienic practices were not, I don't know, she had the same convictions. It didn't feel like she had the same convictions about washing her hands. And I just felt like it was gonna be wrong. And literally, within 24 hours, it was wrong. And,
Explain.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You can only...
Family night. We'll say that for student ministry.
You can only imagine me knowing my wife, and I'm seeing the lady about it, and she reached across me to do it.
She's laughing.
And so I'm just bawling, and she was going to do it again because she didn't speak English, but the lady who was there was translating for us. She was like, no, don't do it again because my wife is about to throw up.
Tears.
And it would, there you can't not do it because it's kind of a slap on the hand. It's disrespectful if you don't eat the food.
Eat the food.
And that family, we ultimately got a chance to share the gospel with
the whole family.
With the whole family, and it was but my wife, she had to jump on that grenade for us.
You got to do it.
Yeah, I'll share this quick story real quick. I had breakfast with them a few months ago, and we went, because breakfast is the best meal, and I ordered steak and eggs. Over easy eggs, medium rare steak. And she's like, you're just really daring, aren't you? And I was like, what? And then I learned as we talked more and about how picky she is. And so it's made for fun stories, though.
If she orders chicken, it must be dry,
Stacey,
like jerky.
Stop, right? No. No.
Okay, all right, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it. But how can you, I mean, I've always thought, how can we be missionaries knowing we're going to these weird countries, weird food, and be so picky? But she's a champion. She's a soldier.
all
We've done it
things to
for
all men.
11 years.
Be all things to all men, right?
To the Jew, I'll be the Jew. To the Greek, I'll be the Greek.
Yeah.
To dirty
He's my
fingernails,
hero.
I'll eat from dirty fingernails.
Yeah.
And they wear henna, so it looked even extra dirty on their hands because
The henna.
the henna was stained on their nails, and it was funny.
Change the subject.
On my spot.
Well, so this is the question. This is the question I'm going to ask them, but this is where you all can get involved. For you watching online, this is how you can get involved today and how we can support, because the Simpsons are a family that we support as a church. We believe in sending out the best to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ to all. And so you're looking to raise funds for a van, and I want to ask you, how will a van impact your ability to tell people about Jesus?
For sure. First, we want to say thank you for the support. I mean, Cypress Bible, for the last 2-3 years I've known Tony, you guys have been amazing. He's been a mentor of mine, and so you guys are amazing. As far as the van goes, so we now are working in South Africa, hoping to mobilize Southern Africans to travel north themselves instead of so many Westerners going into these places. It's much easier for Africans. And so what the van will do, in many of the rural areas that we work, there isn't transportation. And it's much easier to get, they're very community oriented, and so they learn better within a larger group. And so we're going to have a centralized location where we're going to be able to train, disciple, equip, and mobilize. And so we'll need to have transportation to transport multiple people at one time, and at any given moment, it could be 50, 100 people at one time, and we won't have a space for that, but at least we would have enough to, instead of one car, which we normally have,
Which we load down like a clown car.
Yeah, really.
It would be nicer to have a little bit more space than that.
Right. So it's solely to be able to transport some of the men and women that God has raised up that have a heart to learn more about God and to be trained and equipped to be church planners or missionaries, so we can mobilize them to a location to be able to train them. And so that's how we will utilize the van.
That's awesome. So this is where you all come into play. We were given the number that to raise money for this van, to pay for half of it, was going to be $6,000. And I said in the meeting, now I feel really dumb, well, how much would it cost for the whole thing? 6,000 times 2 is 12,000, right? And I'm part Chinese as well, so that's right, sick and bears. So my proposal in the meeting was 6,000 is too small. We serve a big God. We have talked about facing giants tonight. And so 6,000, I'm going for 12,000, right? As a church, we are going for 12,000. And I believe God will provide the 12,000 through our church body to bless the Simpsons as they do the work of the ministry. And so we have gas cans in the lobby. Like this. And so for the corresponding grades and ages, we want you to put money in this, knowing that it's going to, oh yes. It has begun. $20 less. All right, so give and give some more, because I can't wait to see what God is going to do through this amazing families. And even so, I told the staff that work here, when we raise the $12,000, we will all get pied in the face, and we will make a video, and we will play it for y'all. Not everyone responded in joy when I said that, but... So if you want to see Pastor Brian, Pastor Evan, Pastor Bukema, Pastor Tony, everyone, Pastor Munsinger, everyone get pied in the face, give. But we don't give because of pies in the face, all right? We give because God loves a cheerful giver, and that's what we're going to do. Amen. And so, Simpsons, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thanks for letting us be a part of your story.
God bless. Thank you.
We love y'all.
We love you as well.
All right, family night out. We've been playing games and singing songs. Now we want to play a game that everyone can play, but I need my Vanna White to come up here real quick and help me. Yes, I said Vanna White, not Mitchell White. Thank you, Tiffany. You look glorious tonight. Amazing. Amazing. Give a hand for Miss Tiffany, y'all. So in your bags, you should have 2 bingo cards. You should have 2 markers that you can use to mark out the corresponding letters and numbers that we call out. Mitchell, if you want to come up, who's ready to play some bingo? So when you get a bingo, what are you supposed to do? Yell bingo. So when you get bingo, yell out bingo. All right, here we go. Everyone ready? Perfect. I-21. I-21. I wish. O-64. O-64. Mark it off. O-64. N-39. N-39. G-57. G-57. B4. Before you leave, give money to the Simpsons. Thank you, Caleb Dragna. I love you. You're the man. I-24. Almost 20 years ago, I-24. O-70. O-70. How's everyone doing? Anyone close yet? Getting there? Excellent. B6. G58. G58. N37. We have an N37. I-27. I-27. No one has it yet? Almost? All right, B1. B1 family, B1 body, B1. G51. The anticipation is killing me. N33. N33. B2. B2. Oh, I'm so disappointed. O61. O61. This is killing me. Come on, someone get a bingo. B3. You get a car, you get a car, you get... Nope, we're at church. You get a Hot Wheels. Did you get a bingo?
I did not get a bingo.
That's weird. Excellent. So everyone got a bingo. Everyone's prize afterwards, we're going to all have snow cones because it's hot in Texas. Snow cones are God's gift to Texans and anyone that lives in hot climates. We do have one more giveaway real quick. So if you look in your bags, Mr. Mitchell, if you will get our crate. If you want to hold up one of the... Who has a bag of black licorice in your bag? Someone should have a bag of black licorice. I apologize, but I think black licorice is delicious. We have a prize for you. Come on up and grab it if you have... Oh, come on up. You got a prize. Come on up here. Let's give him one of them. Oh, excellent. How was it? I love black licorice. My kids think I'm weird. 'Cause I am. All right, next one. Who has some Raisinets? It's fruit and chocolate. It's healthy. Raisinets. Who has some Raisinets in their bag? Someone has to have a box of Raisinets in their bag. Hey, give me a box of candy in my bag at From In and Out. What's up, Bethany? It'd be really cool if we lived by each other. All right. Good and plenties. I'm not going to lie. I think this is the worst candy on the face of the earth. So if you got it, it means you're getting sent home. No, I'm just kidding. So who has a good and plenty in their bag? Nice. Come on down. We have a gift for you all as well. You can run it up to him. Get your cardio in. He's young. He can do it. Thank you, Mr. Intern. Thank you all for your candy playing the game. So we want to give you a couple more announcements, and then we're going to send it out in a loud way, just like we began the evening. So again, we are looking to collect over 270 crates of non-perishable items. Again, please look at your list. We have a trailer outside that you can drop stuff off all the way through July. So partner with us. Let us bless Cypress, Texas. Let us bless our hometown, our area. In addition to that, we are looking to raise how much money for The Simpsons? $24,000. No, $12,000. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? We just want you to jump in the game with us. All right? And so we are going to dismiss you in a second. You're going to go out. We will have games inside and outside for you to still play. There are snow cones for you to have. Who's had a good time tonight? Excellent. So we're going to stand up. We want you to rap along with us as we send our night out. We're going to bring it back to the top. Come on, y'all rap along with us. We a family. Fortune Cookie Gang representing. Come on now, here we go. Welcome everyone, hope you're doing all right. I hope you're pumped for a super duper night. Got more flavor than a bottle of Sprite, cause I got a guy with no kryptonite. Giants in my life standing over me, like fear and failure and even broccoli. But these chains are broken, I've been set free. Gonna win these battles, I got the victory. Family night out, go scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without. Fear, sadness, and doubt. Family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. I got a big God that I can't live without. Helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt.
Yo, I got my own giants too.
What?
Like my height, anger, and feeling blue.
Oh.
Gonna put those problems in the rear view. Stepping on the devil in my favorite shoes. Feeling down in your life like you're in a drought. Are the giants in your life feeling pretty stout? You got God in your corner for this tidal bout. Living water on tap like an endless.
Whoa! Family night out, yo, scream and shout. Facing your giants, it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without. Helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. All together, come on! Scream and shout. Facing your giants, what it's all about. Got a big God that I can't live without. Helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. One more time.
Family night out, yo, scream and shout.
Facing your giants, what it's all about. I got a big God that I can't live without. Helping me fight fear, sadness, and doubt. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. Let's go play some games and get some snow cones. We out. All through July. Yes.